Hello and happy Thursday, everyone. Welcome to Dog Mom News Live. I'm Corrina Sullivan. We are so glad that you decided to join us today. This is the highlight of my week. All week, we are preparing to bring you the best news and the best canine-related stories. So thanks for making us a part of your day and for making us a priority. So for those of you joining us for the first time, you may be wondering, what is Dog Mom News? Well, Dog Mom News is a media platform dedicated to highlighting the unique relationships between dogs and their moms. As for Dog Mom News Live, well, we are a weekly live multi-stream digital simulcast, and we are all about getting you information from top canine female professionals who know so much about their industries. And we get to talk about all the things that you care about. We get to talk about nutrition and health-related news regarding your pets. We get to talk about training and grooming. We hear from influencers. We hear from those working in the nonprofit world. And we have a lot of fun. And of course, we have some serious too, because that's the world we live in. But here at Dog Mom News Live, you can count on having a good time and hearing all of the tips and the things that you need to know. So while we're at it, we want to invite you to join the movement. Dog Mom News is growing so much, and we want you to stay on top of all things Dog Mom News. So go to dogmomnews.com to do that. We also want to invite you to like, comment, and subscribe. If you're watching on YouTube, you want to subscribe and ring that bell, because that's how you find out about all of the latest videos that we put out there. And let me tell you, we are working hard all week long to put fresh content out there. And anytime I get that alert on my phone that there's something new, I'm like, yes, let's go. It's so much fun. So join us and get excited about all the great things that are going on. Now, we also want to tell you that we have a photo contest and video contest coming up. It's going to be so much fun. We're going to give you all of the information later in the show. There's prizes involved, so you don't want to miss a beat in that. But this show is jam-packed. We are talking with two phenomenal ladies today. We are going to talk with Wendie Patrick of Finnessiam Health. We are also going to talk with Kelli Parker of Bully Brigade ALL Training. So you don't want to miss 1 second of this show, because we have it jam-packed full of so much fun and so much information. All right, so we're going to start, as we always do, with our news headlines in a segment we call Doggie Headlines. Let's go. First up, the story of a heroic canine. A police dog saves a cop in a shootout. A police dog named Figor has been hailed as a hero after saving his partner's life during a shootout in Dallas. Senior Corporal Scott J. and Figor were searching for a suspect when gunfire erupted. Figor then got shot in the chest. Despite being injured, Figor continued to search for the suspect, helping Jay in his mission. Both were injured, but thankfully they survived. The suspect, however, was pronounced dead at the scene. The police department praised Figor's loyalty and his bravery, calling him an invaluable member of the force. An investigation into the shooting is ongoing. A woman holds back sobs as she reaches out to a pup caked in mud and waste. A tiny puppy found alone, hiding under a bench, was rescued by the DAR Animal Rescue Organization. The pup was covered in dirt and ticks and was anemic due to blood loss from parasites. The rescuer wrapped her in a blanket with so much love and took her to the vet for treatment. Despite her horrible condition, her future looks brighter now that she is safe and receiving proper care. A designer creates amazing photos of adult dogs with their puppy selves. Take a look. Denver-based graphic designer and dog mom Mandy Hellwedge founded Seeing Double Edits. It's a business that creates realistic portraits showcasing a pet next to its younger self. Hellwedge merges past and present pet photos, as you can see, to create beautiful depictions of how pets age. She spends an average of 3 to 6 hours on each edit and manages orders through a waitlist system. Now, Hellwedge hopes to continue creating special portraits for pet owners worldwide, and they are impressive. And now, some fun suggestions for you. May is National Pet Month, and it's a great opportunity to celebrate your furry friend. Activities can include fun outings, dog-friendly vacations, trying new tricks, and pampering your pet with a home makeover or a spa day. Hey, moms, you can make this work for you too. Retailers offer special discounts and volunteering or donating to a shelter. If you choose to do that, that can make a huge difference. And look, your little doggy friends will say thank you. And why not keep the fun going by planning events throughout the year or volunteering long term? A woman vows to love a fighting dog, and this story is a reminder for us to never give up. Elijah was abandoned on a dumping ground for losing fights. A woman named TK saw him for who he truly is and adopted him despite his fear of other dogs and just a lack of trust in humans. The good news is, after adjusting to life indoors, Elijah now plays like a puppy and loves other dogs. Look at how gentle and sweet. He has an incredibly strong bond with TK, as you can see as they snuggle. And TK, we just want to say thank you. Thank you for not giving up and for giving him a loving home. A woman hikes a mountain every day for a month to gain the trust of 3 abandoned dogs. Talk about dedication. Veronica found the malnourished Cane Corso dogs while hiking in the Angeles National Forest. Now, despite the dogs' skittishness, she returned daily to gain their trust and feed them. Unable to catch them all herself, she called for help and rescue dogs and rescue groups. They eventually, of course, rescued the dogs, rehabilitating them for adoption. Veronica's compassion towards the dogs certainly helps to strengthen our faith in humanity. I'm sure you agree. And Veronica, we just want to say, excellent job. Those are your headlines for the week of May 4th. If you happen to be online and you see something that you think we need to know about, you think there's a story that we should share, go ahead and get involved and tag us at Dog Mom News. And now it's time to visit with our first guest in a segment we call Dog Mom Biz. Wendie Patrick is a root cause practitioner. She takes a holistic approach, and her company, Finnessiam Health, focuses on improving the lives of both humans and dogs. Through nutrition and touch and natural modalities, Wendie brings international flavor to this segment, and she joins us live from Nova Scotia, Canada, by way of Northern Ireland. Thank you so much for joining us today, Wendie.
Oh, it's my pleasure, Corrina. Thanks for having me.
So I don't sense much of an accent in you, but how do you say hello in Gaelic? Or in Northern Ireland, you speak Gaelic, correct?
Well, no, Northern Ireland would be more on the British side of things for the most part.
Okay.
But I mean, around Belfast would be, what about you? Which means, how are you?
And how about dog mom? How do you say dog mom?
Dog mom.
There we go. I love it. That is so great. I just had to ask, Wendie. You're a trooper. Thank you for making the time for us today. You know, we like to always start at the beginning with folks. So tell us, when did you first fall in love with dogs?
Probably as soon as I was born.
There you go.
always a passion. Basically anything, any living creature was always the priority to go and say hello to. And even as a small child, if mom and dad had taken me out anywhere, I had to go all the long way round to pet any ponies or to pet any dogs or go up and snuggle them in the street. And I mean, half the times I was away saying hello to this strange dog before they had time to stop me. So I'm surprised that this actually doesn't look too terribly bad. I never actually lost a nose or a
There you go.
Right?
They just know you're friendly. You know, you just have that essence or aura about you, Wendie.
Well, thank you. Well, the animals seem to totally emulate that as well. So yeah, I mean, I can sound harsh sometimes to a lot of people, but I'll go, just look at how this dog's reacting to me, because they sense the energy. They know what your heart is, and they can tell a lot more than what a lot of people can just with verbal communication. I mean, they
Sure.
read the body language, they feel the energy, they know if your intentions are good, and that whole vibe. And that's what I do a lot with.
That's a really good point. We want to be a safe place for our animals and really nurture those connections and those bonds that we have with them. And I know that you have so much to offer us as far as tips and the healing and health of our pets. Now, I know something interesting about you, Wendie. So you used to actually work in interior design, and then how did you make that segue into working more with animals?
It's funny you ask, Corrina. Basically, I'd started over in the UK and done interior design because I was never smart enough to be a vet, and that was kind of a childhood passion. But I never really got the science bits then, although I'm doing it now, right enough. But I just ended up in the art field because it was always that kind of easy out. So I was working actually in Alberta, and I was doing a lot of actual faux finishing and working. So I was climbing scaffolding and doing mudding and plastering and all sorts of stuff. And it got to the point where it was like, I'm just getting too old for this. I don't want to be up there any longer. So at that time, I then ended up only getting my first dog, because before that, it would always beg, borrow, foster, or whatever it was. But I'd never had my own dog until my last year in design. And I was like, I'm going back to my passion, and why did I ever miss it? So it's never too late to switch horses, as I like to say, and follow your dreams. So yeah, I was 36 when I did that. So
I love that, Wendie. And it's that bond is so special, isn't it? That unconditional love. I'm not surprised that just changed the whole trajectory of your life. Now, I know too that you worked in dog grooming, and a part of our story, I always feel like things are written into our story for a reason, so to speak. Now, you battled Lyme's disease, and how did that affect you and maybe your career, and how did all of that unfold in your life and affect what you're doing today?
well, thanks for asking and bringing that, because May is also Lyme Disease Awareness Month as well.
Yes.
So, and well, when I went back into following animals, I went over to Scotland and did a grooming course, and came back to Alberta, and was working in that, moved to Nova Scotia and all the rest of that. So I actually became a certified master groomer, was one of the first east of Quebec actually, and tried to bring education into the groomers section and build awareness, build education, build certification. And then I couldn't do it. I physically could not do it. So it pretty much ended that career with hitting a brick wall, because with the pain and everything I was experiencing, and this was even long before they discovered what was going on, or I discovered what was going on. But I had a supply business at the same time with Dogs of Pride, which is actually 13 years old, actually next week. And at least the supplies kept me going until I finally found out what was going on through my own health and through my actual natural practitioner, which he was the only one who was able to actually identify what was going on. And once I found that, and things started to fall into place, and I'm like, okay, there must be a way then that I can help animals with doing what I'm doing for myself. So I became a practitioner of his. And I mean, as alongside of that as well, and what I didn't really think was relevant at the time, Corrina, but I had been doing energy work. I had always been being able to look at an animal and seeing that their gait was off, or they were carrying pain in some way. And I thought, okay, there's more things that I can do rather than just make them look pretty with a haircut.
Yes.
So, right, I'm going to delve in more. So then I went back to school again, did my kinesiology diploma. Since then, I've gone and become a red light certified therapist under the board certified under bands for pets, people, and horses. So whenever we opened the storefront here for the clinic, we have the retail out front and we have the clinic in the back, and we put it under the banner for pets and their people.
I love that, Wendie. That is so good. And here's what, in life, sometimes we experience setbacks, but here's what I love about your story. You didn't just say, woe is me. And I mean, obviously you were in a lot of pain and you were hurting and suffering, but getting to the root cause of your problem, that inspired you to go and help others get to the root cause of their problem. So you'll describe yourself as a root cause practitioner. So go ahead and share with us what that means to you.
No problem. How long have you got? Well, basically, a root cause practitioner, as opposed to here's a pill for an ill, which is how we're brought up and we know everything. It's like, well, that's great, but that's only treating symptoms. But what if there's something more underlying? So for me, all of my pain and everything was coming as a symptom of having Lyme disease. So there's no point in popping the pain pills just to make the pain go away, because I still had Lyme disease. But it's like, how do we find out how to clean the body out? How do we find out to re-educate the cells? How do we go about that? What tools do we need? And the body is amazing. I mean, whether it's ours, whether it's the four-leggeds, doesn't matter. And even plants, animals, anything with energy, if you think of it that way. And if you give the body the tools that it's lacking, whether that's through proper diet, and mostly actually proper diet, because it's all your minerals, essential nutrients, and light. And basically, once that comes in to play again, the body will go, oh, that's great. I can use that over here. And I can knit this little bit back together again. And because this bit's stronger, I can then throw that stuff out that I don't need. And it just is all this wonderful synergistic things that happen. And it's pretty amazing. I mean, I just watch animals, and from the identification of things that I do with them, and then because they don't understand placebos, they don't understand a psychosomatic effect. So you're either going to get a result or you're not. And I'm absolutely blessed with the amount of results I get.
That must be so incredible for you to watch an animal struggling, hurting, and pain, and literally come back to life, and to experience refreshment and rejuvenation, and to have energy and enjoy life again. That must be so rewarding for you.
Yeah, it is. It is. And it is more than anything else, because the whole energy shift in that wee body, or the big body, whether it's a horse or a dog or whatever, you can so see the difference and feel the difference in the energy. I just had a wee dog in here this morning for one of his light sessions. And I also have him on some different formulas and things too. But I mean, his owner, his dog mom, comes through the door with him, and she is just so happy because her dog's happy again. He's running around like a puppy, was her first expression this morning. And that's in just shy of 2 months of working with me.
That's beautiful. And a reminder to never give up, and to go with your intuition and find someone like you that can help find answers, right? So you mentioned light therapy, Wendie. Can you walk us through other services that you offer at Finnessiam?
Yeah, for sure. Thank you. Yeah, we do the light therapy, obviously. We do a lot of energy work. So that would be quantum touch. Animal Reiki is kind of a combination of the both. I'm also starting courses and practicing more on kinesiology taping for horses. I also, with the root cause practitioner, also biochemic tissue salts. I work a lot with those, and that's like a cellular response therapy. So through applied kinesiology, or in simple terms, muscle testing, we can then identify by presentation of certain supplements, minerals, vitamins, nosodes, sarcodes, all of those fun natural things, homeopathy. We can identify whether that makes an animal or a person stronger when presented, or weaker. So if it's stronger, it's something that the body has a great gravitational pull almost to, and goes, yes, I'd like this, or I need this. Or we also identify like heavy metal toxicities, presence of mold, which can accompany a lot of parasites, which can hide in those. So we work with a lot of different co-infections that come hand in hand with all sorts of different diseases, and help clear that out of the body. And a big thing is, whenever I start, if we do find a toxic body, which most of us are, we like to help shift that into a parasympathetic state, which is then rest and digest, because most of us are on the edge all the time in this sympathetic. Oh, must go here, must go there, have to do this.
Wound up.
Yeah.
Yes.
So the first thing you do is you look and say, have you been sleeping well? Has the dog been sleeping well? Because that's when your body starts to knit those little bits together, starts to utilize, starts to do this. So I look at so many different aspects. It's like, let's get you into parasympathetic, and let's start with opening your lymph system and your drainage channels. Because otherwise, if I find a toxin in there that we want to get rid of, I'm not going to shake that pop bottle up before I've taken the lid off.
It makes total sense, you know, and again, do you treat the symptoms or do you treat the problem? We know, Wendie, that you treat the problem. And I just see the sparkle in your eyes when you talk about it. I just love the passion that you have about what you do. It's so beautiful to see. Now, I know that you also offer some oils, some creams as an alternative to CBD products. So what are they and how do they work?
Okay, well, that's a really good one as well. And another, I suppose, string to my bow, Corrina. I was the distributor for a wonderful brand of CBD here in Canada. It's from Colorado. It's called Pet Relief. Hi, guys, if you're watching. It's an awesome, awesome brand. But they decided to change legislation in Canada, and they brought in the Cannabis Act. And for whatever reason, encapsulated the Industrial Hemp Act underneath that, and therefore classified CBD as a restricted substance. So even though it was legalized, especially when it comes to CBD and especially for pets, they stopped anyone touching it without license. And in fact, the vets here aren't even allowed to recommend it. So I was stuck between a rock and a hard place. And again, it's one of those things, okay, are you going to just sit and go, woe is me? Well, I had those two choices. Was it sit in the corner and rock myself to sleep, sucking my thumb, or was it get off this backside and do something about it? And you can guess which one I chose.
I know you, Wendie. You said, let's go.
Pretty much. Well, Mother Nature can't be that cruel to give us one substance that does all of these things. So then I started digging really, really deep and going into a lot of different substances that may have similar attributes or working together. And I ended up with this wonderful synergistic blend that we call Smart Oil, because it literally is smart.
Pretty smart. Smart cookie. There you go. Now, let me ask you this, Wendie. You know, CBD is a pretty hot trend, I'd say, here in America right now. So what are some of the reservations, or why was CBD banned in Canada?
I could say follow the money on that one. I don't honestly know. Because I did actually work with a couple of different MLAs and people with Health Canada to try to get some proper answers. We even had the health minister admit to one of the MLAs that, yeah, it shouldn't be restricted, but they haven't done anything about it. We fought against this for 18 months. I have the stack of receipts for it, and they still won't see it. So basically, there's just a lack of education. Not only from the government side, but from the general public as well. And it's a real big passion, even more so than what we've already talked about for me, because at the end of the day, I'm going to speak out for those four-leggeds and keep them safe and happy. So I've tried for the last 4.5 years, Corrina, to get the information out there, but a lot of people still don't want to hear it because you will find illegal sellers all over.
Wow.
But you don't know what's in that bottle. And that's the thing that is so, so scary to me for those.
There you go. There you go. And what would you say, Wendie, is like, if you had to say in a nutshell, like this is your mission when it comes to getting the word out? What is your mission? What is your message?
Basically, to do your research. Don't take everything at face value. Even me. Go search me out. Go find out what I've done. Go find out what I'm talking about, and then do your research. If you're looking at studies, see who paid for those studies to be done. So follow the money on all of it and who's benefiting from this. Because if it's not your pet, run.
There you go. That's great advice. Now, speaking of advice, do you have any advice for dog moms who are interested in products and services like the ones that you have to offer? Like, I mean, what is your advice for them as far as, you know, giving them a try?
Absolutely. We'll give them a try, because that is the thing. We don't believe in any animal testing. None of our ingredients have been tested on animals. All the products are tested on yours truly. So, I mean, I use our shampoos that we've created under the Sealy and Spoo brand. I use our Finnessiam Clever Cream. I use the Smart Oil. I use the balm as a bug bite. So try it because it can't do any harm. And even if you don't like it for the animal, you could try it on yourself first, because we have a lot of people who are actually.
So there's really nothing to lose, right? There you go. So let's talk about poor diet and nutritional deficiencies in dogs. I know we're kind of switching gears. You're just such a fascinating lady. You're like a Renaissance woman, Wendie. So I want to like pack it all in here. So let's talk nutrition and the deficiencies that dogs can sometimes, suffer from. What advice do you have for dog moms to be the best dog moms they can be?
You know what? The best thing and the best key that I actually teach everyone that comes in here is how to muscle test. And I can also do that remotely as well. So it's quite literally as easy as setting up an appointment where I'll teach you how to muscle test. It sounds crazy, but I can't have any effect on it because we could do it like 4,000 miles apart.
Sure.
And then teaching you how to do that for your animal will empower you like you have no idea, whether you then implement that in your life and your nutritional needs or your animals. And it's absolutely invaluable. And what you will find out and the roads that you can go are just so less traveled right now, but they're starting to get beaten down. So it's very, very cool in the fact that we look at them, because our food in North America is awful. We are so depleted from our soils. So if it's the stuff that doesn't make it into human grade is what's going into our doggy grade, then you can only imagine how much more nutritionally deficient they are. So yeah, muscle testing will help a lot, because then you can ask if this product is good for my animal. Is there something in this product that is bad for my animal? Or is there something that my animal does not work well with? Like, is there something that can cause a sensitivity? Allergy is always thrown out there really strongly, but unless it's a true allergy, more often than not, it's more commonly a sensitivity to something.
Are there any like red flags or telltale symptoms? I know you mentioned the muscle testing, but something easy that we can do or look for when it comes to, I know there are so many different deficiencies that could be out there, but anything simple?
Simple, GMO free.
Okay.
Human grade. Look at, again, who the actual corporate company umbrella who's underneath that, because even though there's a lot of really good little brands out there, they're now being encapsulated under these big umbrellas. So they're riding on the backs of a wonderful setup that someone has established, but underneath now it's not as good quality. But have a look at that. As I say, do your research. Instead of looking at the fancy marketing, the glossy advertising, or the pretty picture on the front of the bag, turn that over. And if you don't know what you're reading, find out how to know.
There you go. So knowledge is power, right? Yeah. The more we know, the better off we'll be. Take that time to do your research and to gather the information to make informed decisions, right?
Yeah.
Wendie Patrick, it's been wonderful visiting with you today. Thank you so much for sharing your wisdom and insight and expertise with us. Wendie Patrick of Finnessiam Health. You take care, Wendie, and we hope to see you again soon.
Thank you, Corrina. You too.
Take care. Well, here at Dog Mom News Live, we have a lot of fun with dog videos, and we like to make you laugh out loud. So now it is time for Barks and Rec. Get ready. He is not a fan of the slow feed dog bowl. Not at all. Take that. Boom. And now I'm going to eat my meal. Take that. Look at his position watching the show. And tickle, tickle. Oh, leave me alone. Let me watch it. So funny. Happy birthday to you. The dog's like, can I have my treat? He's getting antsy. Happy birthday to you. You're a trooper. When you get caught looking at your crush. Oh, awkward. All right, this is Hank, and he definitely has a favorite human. Let's see. How so? Okay, you are not walking me right now. No. She is walking me right now. Yes. How can you say no? Gave her a warning bark, and boom.
Oh, you are going to get in trouble, mister.
Yes, mister.
Am I walking you or are you walking me? Oh, I'm walking you. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Oh, he literally turned into a statue. Oh.
Who did it put?
Yuck. So still. So still. What a character. Look at this dog, Mom. So sweet. Okay. And so smooth. This video brought to you by Sir Slides a Lot. Thanks, buddy. This is what nightmares are made of. Watch this. And did he really just say hurry up? Hey, you there. Hey, you. Pup cup. Make it 2. Extra whipped cream. Okay, coming right up. Really? That's fantastic. The guy was just like, yeah, this is so normal, right? Here's your pup cup, buddy. What do you know? I mean, you can't help but love them. So listen, guys, this is live, right? Sometimes things work out and sometimes they don't. So unfortunately, we wanted to talk to Kelli Parker today, but we had some technical difficulties. So we are going to do our best to get Kelli to you another time. Kelli is with Bully Brigade ALL Training. She's super passionate about making sure that we're all educated on, the fact that these bully breeds are not to be feared. So like pit bulls, like German shepherds, Kelli has such a big heart, and we're going to do our absolute best to get her back on when she's not having technical difficulties. So it's the nature of live shows. And Kelli, thank you. We'll try to get you on as soon as we can. So for now, we're going to go ahead and talk some dog memes, because you all know I just love the dog memes. So let's keep the levity going and talk some dog memes. All right, this first one is from Kate. It says, I almost crashed my car trying to get this picture, so I sure hope that you appreciate it. You ever had one of those moments you're like driving down the road, you're like, I need a picture of this. Well, Kate, thank you for risking your life to bring us this hilarious picture. Happy birthday, buddy. Don't know who you are. All right, this next one says, my dog stirs up a lot of trouble and then watches other dogs fight it out. Must be a Springer Spaniel. Maybe a reference to Jerry Springer. Rest in peace, Mr. Springer. And up next here, the dog I'm sitting got a hold of a plastic knife and was threatening to eat it. I had to offer her my whole breakfast in exchange for her dropping it. And then I realized that I had just literally been held up at knife point by a dog over some scrambled eggs. Held up at knife point by this cutie. All right. Up next, this is what I call dog fancy, y'all. Okay, Moose, your Michelin star dinners start today. Remember how last week we told you that the FDA says that some dogs can dine outside? Well, apparently Moose is about to get a really, really nice dinner. Moose, can I join you for this Michelin meal? That sounds really awesome. All right, Dan Reagan with this one. You don't realize how many movies, shows, and commercials have doorbells in them until you have a dog. It's like, ding, ding. You know what's happened. You know what's happened. I hear you, Dan. And this last one here, it's just really funny. This is an incredible Facebook marketplace listing. The Shar-Pei. I mean, it's a listing for a mirror for $10, you guys. But it's like, is this cute dog? Is this dog included in the purchase price of $10? Every angle, side pose, back pose. It's like the opposite of us humans, right? We want to like hide our roles, but this one is like proud of it. Look at its face. It's like, yeah, I'm like this. You got a problem? Everybody's like, I want this mirror and I want this dog because it's super cute. Okay. All right. Our quote of the week. Here we go. A dog does not care if you're rich or poor, educated or illiterate, clever or dull, you give him your heart and he will give you his. It's true. There's no love like it. All right, so we want to remind you, if you are watching on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe and ring the bell, because when you do, you help us and we get to help you with awesome content. You'll be among the first to know when new content is posted, and it helps Dog Mom News grow. So go ahead and do that. We want to bring you as much content as we can, and we so appreciate all you amazing dog moms. Now, if you haven't heard, we have a Dog Mom Premium membership out there, and there are so many perks involved with this membership. We want to walk you through it all right now. So listen up. This premium membership includes monthly prizes, contests and giveaways, expert dog training tips from top trainers, dream vacation getaways. Yes, please. Expert tips in pet health. Who doesn't need them? Exclusive access to our premium Facebook group, expert dog grooming tips, tips from dog nutritionists, custom shirts and apparel. It's super cute. And you get discounts and coupons and free stuff in the doggy world. And all of this is aimed at helping to improve your relationship with your dog. So we want to encourage you to become a premium member today. Join the movement. Right now, and for a limited time, we are offering a 14-day free trial. So we really want to encourage you to go ahead and visit dogmomnews.com and learn more about this premium membership and sign up to do it, because listen, folks, you're going to love it. So just trust me. Okay, we told you about our next photo contest announcement. Well, we want you to start getting creative here, because Saturday, May 13th is National Dog Moms Day, okay? Dog Moms Day. You all deserve a Dog Moms Day. So we want not only your favorite photo with your dog, but your favorite video as well. We want you to show us how your dog shows you love and affection and gratitude for being the best. So you can go ahead and go to dogmomnews.com/contest to learn all about the rules, all about how to upload your video. But we really, really want you to get involved, because if you're a winner, you get some spending money, okay? You get to go and get your dog some cute treats or treat yourself. So you got to do it. Just go online, dogmomnews.com/contests, and learn all about it. Well, we've had a great show today. We talked with Wendie Patrick about so many interesting topics about holistic care for our pets and getting to the root cause of their issues, how to love them well, different products that she's offering right now, natural remedies to things, and even sound treatments and massage treatment. Wendie is, as I said earlier, a Renaissance woman, and we had a lot of fun talking with her. Next week, you'll want to be sure to make our show a priority, because we are going to be speaking with Jessica Sims, and we're also going to be talking with Esther Salata. Esther Salata is with Benesafe Solutions. She's out of Columbus, Ohio. These two ladies will be with us next Thursday. So go ahead and plan now to join us. It's going to be a stellar episode. We want to thank you for joining us for Dog Mom News Live, but remember, the fun does not stop here. We want to encourage you to be a part of the show throughout the week, to interact with what we're doing. You can find us on social at Dog Mom News. You can give us a like, drop a comment, subscribe to stay up to date on all things that we have going on. We also want to invite you, if you happen to see an interesting story or a video or something that you think should make the show, go ahead and tag us at Dog Mom News. It's fun to see what you find interesting highlighted. So go ahead and do it. And again, for more information on the contests and the premium membership, you can go to dogmomnews.com. We just want to hit home one more time. If you're watching on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe and ring the bell, like as well. That always helps, because that helps us grow, and you'll get the latest stories and information as we put it out there. So thank you all so much. We're so grateful for your support and encouragement. So many fantastic things are happening with Dog Mom News, and you're a part of that. So thank you so very much. We want to see you next week right here, same pup time, same pup channel. For all of us at Dog Mom News Live, I'm Corrina Sullivan. Go hug your dog for me.